PC on a finger? Is that what happened?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll come back to that one. It will be into the pistol round we go. Rain had a P250. He doesn't have anything anymore. However, he was selling a fake. The bomb is headed towards the B bomb site. 4 men in tow for Faze Clan. They look to take this pistol or at least plant the bomb, and maybe it'll have to be the latter as they're in a 3 versus 5 at present. Dennis falling back somewhat. They are surrounded by Sprout players. 3 coming from the market position. You can see Cold in the kitchen. Some call the market the kitchen, but as you can see, the market is now a market.
That would be the kitchen up there.
Indeed, there's a kitchen. And some dirty-ass pots. I wouldn't cook in that.
Yeah, needs a little bit of a deep clean. Nice little peek there from Cold, but he's going to lose a teammate in the meantime. So it's a 4-on-2 retake now for Sprout, and they should have this on lock. Nice flank coming in from Dennis. 2 kills for Kerrigan, though, turning this into a 1v2. Cold Zero's got a chance.
There's no kit. 10-second defuse. He's off the bomb, and that's a wrap. Cold Zero has done enough. Being alive certainly helped. Big headshot to finish off the job. I don't think his Kevlar will survive. Oh, he will actually. Gets a cheap helmet as well. That's a nice bonus for Cold Zero. It's looking ropey there for FaZe Clan, but such is the nature of a pistol round. Fortunes can quickly change. Sprout on the wrong side of those tarot cards.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate, especially because FaZe are going to be the ones having to kind of constantly change their game up. They've played Mirage quite a bit, and they've shown quite a bit on the map. And so Sprout are going to have a lot of info to go off of. So this is going to turn into that game of Kerrigan just trying to rack his brain, coming up with different ways to approach this T side. So a nice little B-rush there with a fake works out perfectly. And this actually bodes pretty poorly for Sprout because they need the gimmicky rounds to go their way. If you start getting into it where you're trying to go toe-to-toe on an aim aspect with FaZe, I think you're going to lose if you're Sprout. So you need to come up with some gimmicks.
You see Faven looking over the smoke on the A bomb site. Got to be careful when you do that A with smokes actually, because a lot of CT smokes will give a CT a one-way if they hop on the box. So for those of you at home, you need to check your smoke and make sure it's not one of those. You can see FaZe being very patient. They're lacking jungle control, they're lacking CT control, which makes it very difficult to plant the bomb. But the cover is here from Cold, and the bomb will be planted. Now, he's got some rifles in the hands of Sprout. Rain was dropped earlier on top mid, and that's yielded a rifle for Sprout, but I think it's time to save now. Speedy will not be able to do so. Slack still engaging, dropping the FAMAS for the scout, which is an interesting approach. Maybe the FAMAS could have been of use in the next round, but they'll take nothing into round number 3, so it's eco territory for Sprout. That was a force buy from them, but I can see that at least Slacks may have money for an AWP in the next round.
Yeah, and not really showing anything there, FaZe. Just the death ball approach. They are big fans of getting that smoke down top connector to limit the help and that anybody from B can help, give from short, or for any quick rotates through mid. FaZe are ready for it, and so Sprout haven't really seen anything new here from FaZe just yet. And now we'll get that presence in mid where they want to take advantage of the rifles versus the pistols, take advantage of that range, see if you can catch somebody out in the open here.
That smoke will allow the split. When you're splitting the B bomb site, try and get the bomb in the apartments, as we can see that Cold Zero is doing. He may throw the bomb into the bomb site to keep the high ground for his team.
I like this pace.
You can see on the radar the bomb's just gone flying as well.
I really like this pace from FaZe. Very quick rounds, not letting Sprout get comfortable, not letting Sprout get any kind of read on them. FaZe are just setting a very quick pace and sticking to it. So maximum pressure here getting applied by FaZe right out the gates, which I really like to see.
Yeah, so again, just some small detail. Ideally, as a T side, you want to keep your last player from apartments in apartments to cover that high ground stopper flank. So Cold Zero, you can see on the radar, he threw the bomb into the site to allow his teammates to plant it, to hold position. Very important detail. You can look out for that in the future rounds. But indeed, it will be 3-0 start for FaZe Clan. Always want to get your consecutive rounds after winning the pistol, and they will do that. Cressy will do some damage late on, but will not be able to rescue a rifle. Made it expensive, though. About 9-10k in damage there. Not too shabby towards the end.
Yeah, again, Galil's. Now we'll get some AKs in play here. We can get Brokey on that AWP as well, which will be really fun to see. And I'm very curious to see how Twist fares right now on FaZe, because he is the hitter and he takes point a lot of the times right now on Mirage, trying to get in there and create openings, create space for the team. And so if we want to keep eyes on a certain individual here for FaZe on this offense, I think Twist is going to play a pretty important role along with Rain. They did talk about Rain on the analyst desk going into this. Kudos to Lex, for giving credit to Rain for that strong performance on Train he had the other day. Really cool to see. But, there you go. Speak of the devil. Top of mid, picks up a kill already on Speedy.
See what Cressy's able to do in that sandwich position. Can see Faze being patient. There was a time on Mirage, you see these bricks to Cressy's left. There are crates in the middle and at the bottom, and you could see through the bottom of the crate previously, but it doesn't appear that you can see through it anymore, so you could see people's feet unless they were elevated right in the corner. So we've got entries towards the A bomb site now, and Faze starts to charge in. The bomb is rotating in the hands of Rain, a 4 versus 3. That picks for both sides, but it's certainly advantage Faze, or is it? Faven and Dennis combining now to take a man advantage. There's 1 minute on the clock for Faze Clan, so the bomb pressure isn't too high just yet, but it will be increasing slowly but surely.
But they don't have any more nades to work with, Bardolph.
Yeah, Rain just looking around the smoke, trying to find the kill. He won't do enough damage to Dennis. Coldzera in the clutch now. Hasn't died just yet, but it's looking likely for this round, and indeed, Dennis will put him out of his misery. First round on the board for Sprouts.
And I'm curious to see if we're going to see some changes coming in from Kerrigan or not. If that was a read with that aggressive apartments hold towards B from Slacks with the AWP on Kerrigan, that opening pick, Kerrigan does like to lurk outside of the apartments like that to gather info and to kind of just hold that part of the map while the rest of his team work on the other side. And so Slacks pushing forward aggro, catches Kerrigan for free and brings it back his team's way, sets them up for success. So well done there on Sprout, and that is a must-win round for Sprout. Had they lost it, beautiful work here from Slacks. Catching it already. Kerrigan again trying to pull a fast one. Not going to happen.
Yeah, trying to run distraction, it seems, as Faze look to burst from the Palace position. Cressy holding an off angle for now. Here is the numbers game. Twist stuck up top for now with the bomb, and Faven will drop him as he makes his way down the ladder. Great headshot onto Brokey as Sprout do pretty good damage limitation. Faze trying to abuse the numbers, but only good for 1 kill there. Really good position for Sprout. Allows them to build some money as they look to stabilize on their CT side early.
And not often we get to see the waterfall strategy these days. Used to be pretty common. Just keep 4 players up in apartments and just try and yeet yourself onto the site and get a bomb plant.
Yeet.
Get the bonus money. Not happening this time, though. Denied. And so now Faze, no AWP, actually pretty light on the nades. They're kind of getting some firepower in here with the AKs, but that means they're not going to have a whole lot of utility to work with in this round. So it's looking like a quick A execute coming in here from Faze, straight out onto the A site, and hopefully they find a window here.
Yeah, after Brokey's entries earlier, it seems Faze will be encouraged with this play straight into the A-bomb site. There is a flank on the way from Dennis. Now, what does Speedy have? Sorry, Faven is in CT, creeping around the smoke. I wonder if he'll make a play once he hears the beeps of that bomb plant. He is considering it. A little pokey, but he will hold his position for now. We can see Dennis now in the Palace.
This is big.
Time.
Does Cold realize?
Yeah, he's looking for it every now and then, and Brokey's looking towards the ramp as well. So Phaser, they've still got some presence in the site itself. The jungle kill will be very, very key. They've got a trade frag situation if needed for Connector as well. And Sprout look to be falling back with 2 failed attempts, 3 versus 5. Not going to throw the good money after the bad.
Wow, and Dennis backing off. He's got that AK, and now he's looking to just kind of hang around here and look for exits instead. So the flank just wasn't able to get in position in time to take down Coldzera. Coldzera, of course, going to realize that perhaps there can be somebody lurking around here. So he's going to put himself in a position to survive this. All 5 survive the round for Faze, and 3 for Sprout. But a very quick strategy, right out on low on nades, so they just want to run it and go. Straight out onto the A site, get the smoke down to block off the top, and just go out onto the A side as fast as possible. I like it from Faze. But that is really just the kind of Hail Mary approach, because once you've thrown all that utility, you've got nothing left in the round. So if the push fails onto A site, if somehow you were countered, you're left with nothing but your guns. So Faze had to make that work, and they do.
Yeah, it's good to see Sprout with quick decisions with regards to risk management. Again, they're keeping their buys together. You can see aggressive plays in Palace now from Sprout. Sprout?
Sprout. Squirt.
I don't know if, let's not go that far. I don't know if Coldzera's got any sound cues yet, as he is holding towards the ramp, but he's got he's holding down 2 jobs here. Keeping eyes on Palace as well, slowly moving away. But what will the timing be like? He is moonwalking. He is focusing on his position, and Cressy is about to emerge. The crouch peak will be punished. But he's got information. He sees Coldzera moving away from the A bomb site. Will that cause a rotation from Sprouts?
Very curious to see, because Faven has just picked up a man on short. That's Rain out of the picture. Kerrigan is rotating his way back around, and it's looking like what started out as perhaps a B hit is going to rotate back around in the mid-round towards the A side of the map in a 4-on-4 situation here. Faze still have a single smoke grenade on Twists. So curious to see where he decides to set that one up. It looks like he's going to use it to just block off jungle and connector.
This is really awkward for Slacks because he's going for the quick scope. Oh, he's been spotted now. They've got the information, but he hasn't seen the second player, who's actually the bomb carrier in Brokey, but maybe they've got the sound cues of him falling back. 29 seconds, and Slacks now causing more problems on default, standing in the fire, looking for a third player. This is going to get real awkward for FaZe now. Twist will make it a 2 versus 3, but it's proving to be very difficult. All the angles are covered for a bomb plant. Spiddy with double dink. Ding and a dong will finish off the job. Sprout survived with 3 players, which is also key.
The focus is real right now on the side of Sprout. And Spiddy and Dennis, I mean, these are old hands in the game. They've been around for a long time, and they are currently responsible for shaping this new generation of German talent coming into the Tier 1 scene. And so Sprout really happy to see them competing here. This is valuable experience that they're getting against teams like FaZe. And of course, you know, it didn't go well for them the first time around. Sprout.
Have a look at this aggression from Sprout. 2-man push in the underpass. Brokey's got some problems. Oh dear, this one's collapsing very quickly indeed for FaZe Clan. Almost, okay, well, that's a very fast round indeed. 4 kills in the apartments, unresponded frags from the CT side. That's one of the most successful pushes I've seen in the underpass from a CT team of all time.
Of all time, you're going that far.
It was, I mean, they got all the kills. All the kills.
Just murked them.
And the bomb. Well, they got, what, 4 kills from here? It's absolutely outrageous for only 1 trade frag from FaZe. That's got to be a frustrating round for them.
Oh, FaZe have got to feel like they're getting red right now, because that's again them getting caught. And so now, well, Dennis, HE to top mid, little bit of pressure. They're going to know they know that was a 4 spy coming in from FaZe in the last round, Sprout. So they know that they're going to be very limited. That's why they're playing as aggressively as they are. Dennis really taking a little bit of a risk there, pushing the top mid to get that info.
I remember the old NIP roster under threat would they would have a split.
Which one under threat?
The classic NIP roster. They would have a CT side split of B apartments, as I like to call it, with the underpass play like that and apartments pushes as well. But every single time I saw them do it, it was the wrong round to do it. Yeah. And the other guys were towards A. It was so unfortunate. I really wanted to see how it would play out, but I never got to.
Denied, Bardolph.
Indeed, and FaZe may also be denied. But they've got the numbers to get past Lax's angle. However, you can see Dennis moving into a more aggressive, oppressive position. Lining them up. Good for 2 so far. Had his bell rung, but still has some help from the AWP. All go down eventually, and maybe there is a bomb plant in this for FaZe Clan.
Should be.
Kerrigan with the AK-47. Aim punch may be an issue here. There's no Kevlar for these T players. The spray won't be what he's looking for. Faven, again, lack of Kevlar, lack of a helmet. The USP will prevail. And it's a question of damage now for FaZe, trying to do what they can. Brokey with a Glock, going for that burst fire. Not what it used to be, can't find the angle either. And Sprout will now take the lead.
Nice recovery here. Are they going to leave the P250? Nobody's trading out for the P250. For shame. For shame. Just leaving a perfectly good P250 on the ground. But nice control here from Dennis. Definitely stepping up when his team needed him to. And that puts Sprout in the lead for the first time this half. They are in the lead now on the CT side of Mirage, 5-4, looking good. And this double op is working out. But now we're going to get to see Brokey, who's only got 2 kills so far this half. Brokey now in the mix with the AWP. And he's going to top mid as well. So we'll see if they use that boost. No, it's looking not for now. There's a setup instead with the flashes to get Rain behind the boxes. And Brokey just hoping to get a shot through.
Yeah, that's some proper chain flashes right there. Sprout in the lead now, and again, they've things are going pretty well for them. When they're winning rounds, they're winning them with at least 3 people alive, which is really good for the money. When things have gone bad, they've called it really quickly. They haven't wasted money pursuing bad situations in that respect. So they put themselves in a healthy situation, which isn't the easiest thing to do on the CC side of Mirage. So the quick hop into short from Faven, but again, the chain flashes have forced him to ladder at least, but he still has the element of surprise. Already scoped in his Faven, and surely Rain will eventually walk to his doom. There is the bomb here on short as well in the hands of Brokey, so There could be some really big impact frags from Faven. Great awareness from Rain. Jump past the angle. Now that's the bomb spotted. Twisto's gone through the smoke. That's a huge kill for FaZe Clan. They still have another AWP to deal with in CT, spraying through the box. There'll be an exchange, but both are still alive. But Sprout are losing personnel and losing position. 30 seconds to plant this bomb. It's going to be a short plant. We can see Dennis currently contained on the B bomb site. Slacks takes one in the face, and this looks like a round for FaZe Clan.
Bit more rolled from FaZe Clan this time around, looking for those duels. Glad to see Twist getting in the mix with that lurk. That worked out for him, fortunately. But afterwards, Brokey just taking duels boldly and winning them. That's exactly what needs to happen here from FaZe. FaZe should not be the team that are hesitant in this half whatsoever. They should feel confident in every situation. They should be just taking the fight to Sprout and looking for these aim duels. They have, or should have, the superior aimers on this team. So when they get into situations like that, they should be winning them. If they start to lose those situations, that's when we can start getting a little worried here for FaZe. But they've got a 5-5 situation now, and Sprout investing a lot in this round.
Yeah, I don't think FaZe were quite expecting that. And again, the trade frags going in favor of Sprout. Really having a lot of success on their CT side here. They keep a man advantage and limit FaZe to 3.
They keep playing so aggressive. It's really cool. They're not playing scared Sprout. They're going in and just pushing everywhere.
Exactly. They're not respecting their opponent. They're playing their own game. They're dominating. As you can see, they are setting the pace on the CT side, which is always a huge problem if you are the Ts. Fact-finding mission for Carrigan, but it's going to prove to be an expensive one. Twist is dropped, and there's a double pick if necessary, but you can see the discipline from Sprout. Choosing to fall back somewhat. Double HEs flying through. Carrigan barely holding on to the bomb at this juncture, and coldzera's got so much to do. So many choke points to look at as well. It goes from bad to worse for FaZe in round 11. Carrigan now 6 HP. I think he's been hurt by Cressy. Not 100% actually.
I really like this from Sprout. All right, we'll get into that in a second here as Carrigan should go down in a moment. Cressy has the advantage, and he gets the kill. I really like this from Sprout. It almost feels like FaZe are trying to play as if Sprout will respect them. You know, they're just kind of running out here. They did have the chain flashes in the round prior to this, so unfortunately that did not work out this time. They were ahead of those flashes. So for FaZe, that same setup did not work, was not effective. But it almost feels like FaZe are maybe expecting Sprout to play a little bit more passively, a little bit more scared. And yet here Sprout are, you know, double push underpass, taking the fight to FaZe, pushing top mid, just getting, you know, double push into palace. Like they're pushing aggressively almost every round, Sprout. And so they're not showing FaZe that respect. They're not letting FaZe get comfortable. They keep taking the fight to FaZe. And FaZe are going to have to just accept the fact that, you know, they got to build up that reputation again. They're maybe not as scary as they were once upon a time.
Yeah, and this is a good route to success for Sprout. FaZe...
It's the only route to success.
It probably is,
I think.
No opportunity for comfort, no opportunity to just kick back and say, okay, at this time we're going to do this because Sprout are keeping them on their toes. No moment to relax for FaZe Clan, who find themselves on pistols in round number 12. Some target practice for Slacks. Very patient flick there. Nice job. Great spatial awareness. Drops the incendiary behind him to make it expensive as FaZe wants to push. And he's got the sound cues as well as they make their way into connector. Cressy and Dennis deliver, limiting the damage once again. Twist and Rain remain. Easy kills, and the bomb now is lost down to the USP because he's not expecting Kevlar.
Well, that's unfortunate. He doesn't have to worry for long, though. Nice change of pace there from FaZe, really trying to get aggressive through the smokes. But again, Sprout are showing that they are watching these smokes. They are aware of it. They're not actually just kind of peeling off. As you can see, Shadow there to warn him. Slacks was ready for it, kept his cool, hit the shot. And it all just kind of pans out for Sprout in that anti-eco. Anti-eco round after all, and so FaZe, unfortunately for them, it's just not meant to be. And we go into this round now where they do have, once again, the AWP on Brokey. We haven't really seen too much of an impact with that off from Brokey. He had that one strong round on the A site. But now's another chance for him to show what he's capable of here, and he's going to have to step up for the team.
No engagement in mid this time, but I like the synchronization. Sprout with very specific plans from round to round. And again, this is a problem for FaZe. You may want to fight fire with fire, but you don't know where that fire is coming from Sprout, be it the underpass towards the B-bomb site, be it up mid, or a play towards Palace. We've seen so many different looks from Sprout on their CT side.
Dennis is bringing the old sandwich spot back into vogue. We're seeing this spot getting used more and more these days on Mirage. For a while there, teams even stopped mollying it because people just stopped standing there. But because of that, you know, when teams stop mollying it, well, people are going to start standing there again, and we're starting to see this aggressive position in use again here. So we'll see what Dennis can do. Does he get any value from it?
Saw a jump peek from Farvin, having a look towards the A-bomb site, and down goes Dennis because Connector was compromised by FaZe Clan. Reasonable positions as they make their way past bench on the A-bomb site, but Cressy is creeping. There could be a peek from Tetris, but I think they've assumed this is cleared. A little bit blind, but there's still a multi-frag. Cressy and Faven now giving themselves a man advantage, trying to avoid the spray from Cold Zero as Cressy. 3-on-3, retake territory, lands the headshot eventually, Cold. Slack's coming in from jungle with the AWP, potentially walking into a crossfire, going deep to try and find Rain, and he will do that at least. 1 versus 2. Got Cold still in the Palace position. This bomb is really far ticked as well. Out comes Cold, and there goes the round in favor of FaZe.
So let's get the replay here. This is the opening duel. Cold Zero does check for Dennis and just wins it straight up. So unfortunately, man, Dennis, I think he was flashed at the time or just coming off of the flash. So a tough position there for Dennis to find himself in, and he doesn't come through. If he gets that kill and Cold Zero is not able to post up in Palace and put pressure towards jungle and connector and really not let Sprout get in there to take the fight, it's a totally different situation. So very unfortunate turn of events there for Sprout. Quick boost into ladder, though. This is a different approach.
Slax is ready with the AWP, but FaZe already have 2 players around Connector, and Spiddy is dropped in the window.
Twist should have heard that as well. He was an underpass. He would have heard Slacks, the steps. Yep, they're ready for it. Kerrigan not going to let him get away. Yeah,
very fast comps there from FaZe Clan. A desperate push.
Oh, man.
Flashbang can see Sprout trying to take the game back to FaZe, but this time the war of attrition will be swiftly won by FaZe Clan.
It's full-on chaos.
I love the fight, though. And this really has made things expensive for Sprout. All of a sudden, they're running out of cash.
First time in a long time. These guys have been running double op, and it feels like they've had guns for the past 10 rounds. So it's just, it has been a long path for FaZe, but it looks like they are actually getting back into a position where they can start getting some easy rounds on the board, and they can maybe take the lead here in this half, take it back. 8-7 is the best score they can hope for going into the 15th round, and Faven right now is just really hoping that he can save this AWP. No, it's not looking likely.
We'll see. We've got 2 players coming for him now. I don't think he can escape. 7 rounds apiece. Well, we've seen a lot of fun rounds from Sprout. I love the aggression. We've seen so many different plays as well. This one may be more difficult for them. The buy will be limited for Sprout in the last round of the first half. What's unlimited, though, is the anti-gravity and Twist's hair, as usual. Nice to see consistency in that regard.
Oh, yeah. Best hair in CSGO.
2 rifles for Sprout. The FAMAS on Faven or Farven. And the M4A4 on Dennis. I like the pop of that new M4. Might pick up one to change things up for a while.
Yeah, but you've got everything color coordinated.
Oh, we got a fast charge in from FaZe, and Faven with that FAMAS is going to get 2. And they've got position Sprout, they've got numbers on this A-bomb site, so this is a big problem for FaZe. Just when you thought it was safe for FaZe to take the lead. We've got 2 AKs collected by Sprout. And it looks like it will be Sprout with an unlikely lead. Again, just the sheer violence from round to round. It's been really fun to watch. Brokey now, 1 versus 5. 20% of the way there. He's got 1 minute to do the rest. He is carrying the bomb. He'll be looking towards T-spawn. We can see Dennis holding an off angle, not going too far. I like this angle. He's giving himself some good cover. And again, it's important he doesn't get picked off easily as the only man holding down the rotation there, so he's got to be careful. Going for the quick scope, fired a shot, but missed. Sprout 8-7, and they deserve it. They deserve the lead at halftime, I think, with the aggression that they were able to execute. What does the second half look like, however? Find out after the break. And we are back. Well, I'm very impressed with that CT side from Sprout. I'm very impressed. But there's more impressing to do. We need to see a strong T side from them as well if they are to mount an upset versus Faze, who bring a much larger name and brand into this series. And there are plenty of expectations on Faze as well. They move to the CT side. It's Carrigan with a smoke and a defuse kit. But coldzera, who gets stuck in the window and popped. Brokey now's got a lot to do ahead of his smoke grenade. Good for one, but again, Sprout abusing the numbers as they Super Mario Brothers into the A bomb site.
Faze Clan, they missed the memo where you're supposed to hit headshots, not get headshot. That's a little bit of a struggle here, as it's looking like Sprout are going to pick up this pistol round, barring another miracle for Faze. I mean, they did it in the first pistol round Faze Clan 2v4 retake, and now it could happen again. Carrigan with the kill on Faven.
That bomb is ticking. The smoke is still up, deployed now. Oh my god, the fadeaway from Carrigan, but there are too many angles for Sprout. They came into this one and they chose violence. They take the T-side pistol. The pistols are now split between both teams. They both want a T-pistol. But it's Sprout now who look to extend their lead.
It's worth mentioning that it was actually a 2v4 in the first half pistol round that got Faze, 3 rounds essentially. So we could have looked at a totally different situation had Sprout not fluffed it. This time around, however, Sprout do not mess it up, and they managed to get that pistol going right off the bat. So very solid work there from Sprout. Nothing but headshots, just beautiful. And again, aggression. Really setting the pace. I really like to see this. I agree wholeheartedly with you, Bardolph, that they had an excellent first half. They showed bravery. They really went after Faze. They didn't let Faze get comfortable and set everything up for themselves. They really were aggressive. And while right there we get a fantastic pistol round where they show no fear and go right into the fight again. It's exactly what we need to see from Sprout if they want to stand a chance of winning against Faze.
Yeah, very difficult half for Faze, and I wonder what Rain's stats might look like at the end of this map particularly, because we know he has a difficult...
Why you got to call my boy out like that?
He has a difficult job on the A bomb site normally when he's playing deep near Palace, so if that's going to be as per usual, then
Rain,
well, we'll see what it looks like.
Has struggled tremendously on this map. Especially on the CT hold on A. I mean, it's rough. It's really rough for Rain. So this time he goes for the pistol up close. I mean, Deagle up close, double body shot. It's what it's all about. But you're right to point out that Rain, he's got his work cut off for him here on the A side.
Yeah, it's a tough position. We've seen it from multiple teams. It's a lot of expectation to have a CT in shadow, enable some crossfires and such. Twist, good for one. Okay, and speaking of crossfires, he's still alive, going for that third kill on the bomb carrier. Really hard for Slacks now. What does he do? Get a headshot, apparently. 3 versus 1. This is exactly what Faze needed. But
oh my,
they still need to convert this. Speedy has a minute on the clock. coldzera with an off angle in CT.
How do they not check that?
Everybody's backing off somewhat, apart from Carrigan, who's still a bit close. But Speedy, oh, this is going to be awkward for all concerned, and there is the crouch from Carrigan. Well then, 2 rifles collected at least for Faze Clan. That is, that's an unfortunate round for Sprout.
Yeah, that's an unforced error. Can't get around it. That's an unforced error on Sprout's side. Somebody has got to check, has got to clear balcony for you as you get out there. Like first man or second man, but somebody's got to check it. That's so painful that Twist managed to get those kills like that. So unfortunate, of course, if Twist isn't standing there, then it's looking good for Sprout. But, Sprout need to check that angle, and, well, they get murked because of it. So Sprout now, what are you going to do? It's going to be a force buy right back into it on their side, and they are spread out in more of a default approach this round, hoping for a pick somewhere on the map. Nice HE on the Slacks, though. That rung his bell.
Dry swing from Faze Clan, and they very quickly fall back. You can see 3 players in the apartments for Sprout. Farven having just trying to get an entry towards the A bomb site, but you can see some uncertainty from Sprout. They lost a player in mid, 2 fell back from apartments. Farven makes a play on A, but Sprout aren't necessarily playing against that on the other side of the map, so they're just looking for some kills basically.
You're really hating yourself as well. Oh my god. Like that Twist spot, Twist loves sitting up on that balcony. I'm watching 3 maps at once right now, and Twist is just sitting there round after round. For them not to check that corner, Sprout, that's a painful one, man. 5 minutes of homework, and that'll tell you that that's a popular spot for Twist to sit.
Semler's in the Matrix. You can't see what. There's a lot of information on his screen.
I'm looking at some crazy stuff right now. I love
this. That's really cool.
But yeah, that's a hot spot, and that is definitely a round that is going to haunt Sprout, especially if they are not able to pick up a win here on Mirage. That is definitely going to be a round that is going to be a very big pain point. But let's move on, as Faze is going to be fully equipped on their side, and this is a hard eco from Sprout, and here we go. Double waterfall, man. We don't get this every day.
Yeah, maybe not expecting it. There's no one with an angle on it. In fact, coldzera is the only man towards this A bomb site. Got himself 2 kills, and Brokey will be the only man to fall. We'll see if Cold is able to rescue a better weapon. Not today. But still, Faze now with 3 rounds in a row. They are in the lead versus the likes of Sprout. Again, a strong CT side from Sprout. They lost their second round after winning the T-pistol, but now the buy round is here. Let's see what they have to offer. 5 AKs on road. Not many Molotovs. But maybe 2 will be enough. They are going to have a big presence in the B apartments at the very least.
Indeed.
Oh,
early shot
for Brokey.
What a shame.
Only sees 1 player though. Nothing untoward there. Again, if you've got a good spawn towards a B bomb site, it is not uncommon to see a T player try to catch a CT hopping on the boxes. So they haven't really learned too much from this phase.
Not quite. It wasn't a giveaway. They didn't see the bomb, as you say. They didn't see the bomb. They didn't see much. So there's still a window of opportunity here for Sprout. It's not done yet. And with all the utility they have, Speedy going to try and make some noise here in mid, draw attention to himself here as he takes over that mid control. Or at least makes it sound like that is what they want to do. But with this smoke, imperfect as it is. Well, here we go. Push starts on the B site.
That's the bomb on the radar, so full rotation instantly. That's a big miss from Brokey, but there will be a trade from Carrigan. 3-on-3, 2 CTs in market as Twist makes his way through the mid position. Big flashbang, but no kill just yet. Faven repositioning now. From the edge of the balcony where Slacks is, you can see into the window of market, by the way. Sometimes you simple peek that with an AWP. But it's all AKs and M4s here as Twist looks to show some presence. Look how deep they're creeping in elsewhere. Twist running distraction now while Rain tries to make inroads. He still has Carrigan to avenge his death, and there it is. Slacks now 1 versus 2. There's a smoke for Carrigan, so the Molotov will actually help him, in fact, to defuse the bomb. Will he find the right angle? Slacks looks like he will. 10-10. Sprout still in this.
Little round of applause there for Sprout, man. What a round. What a hold. Slacks coming through. What a hero for his team. This was the perfect start here from Brokey, able to pick it up, but they get both kills, immediately traded. Man, I thought it was done. I didn't see that Kerrigan actually had the smoke. I thought that Molly on there, that is it. You don't need to peek after that. But Kerrigan had the smoke, and he made it interesting at the end. Slacks kept his cool, though, and he won the duel versus Twist. And after that, cakewalk. Well done on Sprout, tying it up 10-10. And here we go. Sprout going back to the well.
Oh, double incendiary, but the second one hits the same smoke as the first, and into the bomb site they go. This is a big buy for FaZe. They have the AWP, and speaking of which, Brokey there helping his team out, and again, capitalizing on his team running distraction, looking to flick it towards balcony. He's got the information. It seems, oh my god, the quick scope, absolutely outrageous from Brokey. Rain here to trade as well. A fast play from Sprout, but a strong hold from FaZe Clan.
Yeah, and off angles to boot. Not every day you're going to see an angle like that from coldzera. So just really difficult, really tricky, not the obvious spots, and well done there by FaZe. This is where you can see the experience start to come through on FaZe's side, where Kerrigan, Cold, you know, these veterans are going to be just aware of where they need to be standing to have a maximum amount of impact. So that is just a real tough break there from Sprout. It's not often you see the straight B rush, and so for it to get shut down in that fashion, that's going to be a painful one. Deagle's in hand, though, for Sprout, but it's pretty much a hard eco here. Can't really expect too much from them in this round. Hopefully a bomb plants. It's what they're going to be hoping for. So if they can get out here onto the B site and just get that bomb planted, this would be a big win for Sprout in the round. Info peak, though, at 50, well, no, minute 15. Very early info peak coming in for FaZe. And so Sprout gathering up, and we're going to get this, you know, enough of that A site business. Let's go to B. It's actually a pretty common spot that Kerrigan is holding right now, so hopefully Sprout are going to be watching for it, and they can pick him off quick and get that bomb planted.
Super Mario Brothers in the apartments. Looks like the original Game Boy Edition. Technology is just not there yet for Sprout as they start to fall on this B bomb site. Kerrigan with a multi-frag, but look at the rotation. It's pretty far away from Faze, actually, and the bomb will be planted. Is there a second rifle for Faven to kill X-Men? He doesn't know where he can move around. I'd assume that some angles will be compromised already. Twist now in position on the high ground. Molotov towards default, and you can see there's nobody home in that regard. So that's one spot eliminated, but where are these two remaining Ts? Dennis playing up close with the Deagle rather than the M4, in fact. Starting to switch now, but Brokey's there with the USP. Faven's got to overperform now. Brokey's the only man with a kit, and down he goes. Twist has got to find it, but he's got to find a kit as well. Has he got time?
It's going to be cutting it pretty close. It's going to be cutting it really close. No way! Oh man!
God. That was a close one, but it was very expensive for Faze. Sprout killed 4 players and planted the bomb on a pretty dry eco, so that's a huge success for them. And they can build on this in the rounds to come if they can be successful here.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. Brokey, yeah, this is just a quick replays. Nice Deagle work here from Faven at the end. But that is a kick in the pants, man. Sprout, that would be a big round to win. Hard eco onto that B side. Still, now we're going to get the full buy coming in. Slacks has got that AWP in hand once again. A little bit of damage dealt to Faven to kick things off, but it is him just kind of lurking around here at pit. Rain working in tandem with Cold Zera, and Cold posted up with the AWP in Palace, as we can see. Double op from Faze. So now we get to see some of this firepower really come to the fore for Faze. So much so that Rain is actually going to commit. Checks the usual spots, not going to see anything, and now you can leave him behind. And he is going to hold an off angle up here. That is a nightmare for Faven. If he works his way around up here, this is going to be a real problem for him.
Yeah, and Faven may check this position, but on the low grounds, which I think some players will be used to. You can see him having a look now as it's a common one, but elevated Rain will catch him completely off guard.
Oh, that's a nightmare. That's your lurker gone. And now for Sprout, you're really limited. You need him to be alive.
Oh my God, that's beautiful. Dennis had the angle on the box for Palace, but Rain expects it, and Rain deletes. Starting to catch up now, moving to 9 kills, Rain. 3 players left, and Brokey, oh, that's so clean. Such a fast reaction from him as Cressy tries to make something happen for Sprout, but to no avail just yet. The AWP being pop flash, and this is a really rough position for Sprout in round number 23. Speedy now 1 versus 5. Too many man. 13 rounds for FaZe Clan. Just 3 away from closing out Mirage.
And without the bomb plant, that actually puts Sprout in a... I think we're going to see just Deagle Kevlar here. Shouldn't be too much of a round from them. They're going to have to hope that they can play it perfectly from here on out. But yeah, Deagle Kevlar, handful of nades. Do we have a quick strategy ready to go here from Sprout to take advantage of this? We'll get the smoke to top of mid. We'll get the window smoke as well. And so they are going to show a presence in mid. Twist, hoping to get lucky. Man, the timing.
I was wondering if we'd see an airstrike. He hit 3 players there, Brokey. That is not too shabby. I don't know how the other 2 survived. But they will quickly exit the mid position. Should be... Kerrigan should be melting them here with the AUG. If he finds the right targets, at least. Slacks now, 1 versus 4. The bomb's at his feet, and his face may be on the floor soon as well. All things considered. No Kevlar. See, Brokey is on the hunt. Cold Zero with the second AWP will finish the job. A good money-making round for FaZe Clan, and Sprout's backs into the wall now. They need to fight their way out of the corner.
Everything on the line for Sprout. And I mean, this is the painful reality for Sprout, is that they are just absolutely fighting like monsters. You need to make it through. Every point matters. You're going to have up to 3 RMR events this year. 2 of them will happen, and then there's a possible 3rd. And so every opportunity you can get to make points going towards that towards the major happening in Stockholm at the end of the year, I mean, it's invaluable. So if you go out now, if Sprout were to lose this series, they would only get 250 points compared to 1,600 points for the winner of this event. And so there's a huge gap there between top and bottom. And well, you know, every point matters at this junction. So Sprout, you got to play perfect from here on out. A little bit more of a patient round from Sprout this time. They do have control of top mid, but FaZe are not going to rest on their laurels. They are already moving around trying to find an angle, and coldzera playing aggressive via apartments, hoping to catch somebody out.
Now that flash will surely have been heard by Cressy, but he's busy with a strafe smoke grenade. I'm very interested to see where that one's going to land. That is a top connector smoke, but I think his teammate just did the same smoke. Or no, he didn't. That was window. All right, very fancy indeed from Sprout. But again, Carrigan in a forward position, which will allow 3 players to remain around the A bomb site here. Now, 39 seconds on the clock. coldzera hasn't rotated off the B bomb site yet. We've got 3 plays in connector, and Twist is only ready for 1 of them, but Rain was here to trade. Not in his usual position. You can see them Molotov looking for him. Trying to hide in plain sight now as Dennis will trade the frag. Down the ladder he goes. coldzera in position to stop a bomb plant and default at least. I'm not sure if he just got spotted there by Dennis. You can see Carrigan waiting as well, so most of the angles are covered. The flashbang is here. There is cover for the bomb plant as well. coldzera trying to bait a shot. That's great information play from him and some good damage as well, but still they need a kill. Into the Molotov, Slacks goes, and he may be barbecued completely. Indeed, he just couldn't move in time.
Oh, no, he tried to get clever. He tried to jump up on the box, and he missed his jump.
That was pretty awesome from Cole. That little series of plays,
yeah.
The information seeking, realizing they could have been holding an angle, especially with the flashbang to post up.
I think you're right. I think he got spotted.
Yeah.
And they were playing around that, and he realized he might have gotten spotted.
The jump jiggle peek.
But look at this here. I hope we had it. I hope we get that from Slacks, that we get to see, because he missed the jump. That's a shame. He missed the jump out of the molly, and so he only had 1 chance. You got to hit that jump first go, or it's just not happening.
So outside of the pistol round, Sprout have only found success in 1 round in this half. It is quite a storm from FaZe. Rain, gotta be careful. Those bricks are underrated on Mirage. It's really interesting, the scenarios you can have. For example, if you've got a CT who's standing at default looking over those bricks,
okay.
If a T crouches out of ramp, that CT won't see them until they stand up. So you can get some surprise angles there.
Which bricks are you talking about?
Just around the corner to the left.
The boxes?
When they're on camera, I'll
okay.
I'll point them out.
Now I'm curious.
It's like if Faven came out of the ramp here where he looks towards the site. The little bricks you jump up to.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. So for those of you at home, come out crouching, then stand up. You might get yourself a pre-fire. Those bricks right there.
That's it.
47 seconds, and the Sprout have numbers towards the A bomb site. Really been trying to abuse the numbers on the T side, but Rain, he's everywhere except where he normally is, and he's being used to devastating effect on this A bomb site. Early information and Cold of the AWP looking to close out this game. Dennis now 1 versus 4, 28 seconds, and he's got so much work to do, but Twist will deny him. 16-10 for FaZe Clan, a strong start from Sprout, but a storming finish from FaZe.
Yeah, this is where you see the experience from the FaZe Clan players, the depth of their game, realizing, okay, it did not work at all last time around on Mirage. We need to change up and get a bit more aggressive with the positioning. Rain never in the same spot twice, and that's just a nightmare. I mean, if you're trying to predict, you're trying to find a pattern, and the guy's just not giving it to you, well,